Hi, Ahuga Tribe. Thanks for being here. I'm Trevor, and this is a little bit of my story. I guess I'll start from the beginning. I think I had a pretty good childhood. I never remember anything really bad happening. I just always felt a little different, a little on the outside, like a square peg in a round hole. And I never felt like I belonged. I had a lot of friends, but I always felt like I was on the outside of a lot of circles of friends. You know, I got along with a lot of people. And I just felt uncomfortable in my own skin. Growing up in high school, you know, I was warned about drinking and how it could be a problem for me, and so instead I turned to drugs, and I smoked pot all through high school, and it was the most important thing in the world for me. It took away all of those negative feelings, and it just made me feel okay. And growing older, I moved to Toronto for college, and I turned 19 and I started drinking, and that quickly took over as the most important thing in my world. College was pretty intense, and I managed to get through it okay, and just keeping the drink into the weekends and whatnot. But as life went on, I moved back to Ottawa, and you know, drinking became a bigger and bigger part of my life. It became just a way to relax after a long week of work, and you know, sometimes I'd drink during the week and whatnot, but it wasn't a big deal at the time. But on the weekends, it was, you know, I'd drink to get drunk. There was no just having a couple of drinks. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to just forget about all the problems in my life, and just feel normal, just feel numb, I guess. I ended up getting married and to a wonderful woman, and life was great. We had a child after a couple of years, and I remember not being able to stay at the hospital when he was born because we didn't have a private room, and just going home and drinking a bottle of scotch and saying, I can't, you know, I have to tone it down a little bit and be a little more responsible. But you know, nothing changed in my life. I continued to drink as often as I could. It became wine all the time during the week, and then drinking hard liquor on the weekends, and beer in between, and just trying to deal with the day-to-day stresses of life. I didn't have an ability to live life on life's terms. I had to drink to cope with all the little problems in the world, and I didn't know how to manage my life. All those small problems just add up. And then a big problem happened. My wife was diagnosed with colon cancer, and it blew my world apart. And whatever control I had over alcohol at the time was just disappeared instantly. And my drinking became continuous and nonstop. She got better right away. She had surgery, and everything was just a best case scenario, right? And which was fantastic. But for me, there was always something in the back of my head about what if it comes back? How will I be able to deal with that? And what is my life going to be like? And that ability to not have any control over my life was crippling to me, and I kept drinking to cope with it, and the drinking became just continuous and nonstop in my life. It went on for a couple of years like that, and I had it just got worse and worse, and I started drinking all day, every day, and you know, I couldn't see myself stopping. I couldn't imagine life without alcohol, and having a way to deal with life, because if I took the alcohol away, what would my life be like? You know, I couldn't imagine just feeling all of those feelings, and I eventually knew that I was drinking too much and I had to quit, and I came clean to my wife about how much I was drinking, and I decided to stop, and it was terrible. I felt terrible, and I managed to go a few weeks, 3 weeks without drinking, and then convince myself that it's going to be different, and I can drink again, and I can drink normally. And I started again slowly, and then I was right back where I was. And this went on for the better part of a year, trying to control my drinking before I ultimately realized that there's no control for me. It's all or nothing. and I realized I had to quit. Um, I found some people that would help me out and teach me a way to live life differently and live my life without alcohol, and a way to manage my life without alcohol. And it's been a wonderful way of living. I get to help other people now, and I get to deal with life on life's terms. And it's been the best 7 years of my life now, and it's incredibly rewarding, and it's incredibly real. You know, it's not a perfect life. It's a life where I can deal with things as they come up, and know that it's gonna be okay somehow. You know, it's not gonna be the end of the world. I can manage whatever comes up, and it's just been the most incredible 7 years of my life, and it keeps getting better. And I can't think of a single relationship in my life that isn't better off now than it used to be. And for that, I'm just extremely grateful, and hope that you got something out of this, and I hope to hear your story soon. Thanks.